the calls.
You'll eventually get the 20% back. That Silver Connect card is going to pay her co-payments. Remicade, I believe, is an injectable, and her hospitalization co-payments. And tell them to turn his Part B on. But let's talk about Medicare. Medicare open enrollment is coming October 15th through December 7th. This is your time of the year to make a change. I was at a beautiful house in Naugatuck yesterday, and the clients are retiring. But we have a double trump card. The wife, her name happens to be Paige, for this example. Paige is turning 65 in August. So she's an age in. She already has Part B. She's in her initial coverage election period. And her husband, Rodney, names are changed for HIPAA reasons, so you know me. I'm so compliant, it's not funny. Rodney happens to be 69, and he's retiring from a job. Well, he had a little work to do. He had to go to his employer, get the form that you can either get at my office, not today because I wouldn't know where to find it. It's on the second floor, and it took me 15 minutes to find it yesterday, and I was cranky about it. So just call the office the next couple days. We can get you a form if you're retiring from your employer, or you can get it from the Social Security office, or if you're super savvy, you can get it from socialsecurity.gov, SSA.gov, socialsecurity.gov. It will have, I'm retiring recently, and you just basically go to the website, and you put in the search engine, I'm retiring. There'll be a form for Social Security. You just simply get it to your employer or the HR director. If your firm is not big enough to have an HR director, I can help you fill out the form. It says a Medicare claim number, which is usually your Social Security number plus a T. If you're not collecting Social Security, it will be a T for temporary. If you are collecting Social Security, it will be an A for active or alive. So Rodney's got to get a little work done. He had to go to his employer, and I'm sure he did it because the guy seems so responsible. Then you either fax it to the local Social Security, which is 51 North Elm Street, or you drop it off in the box. 51 North Elm Street, you go into the office from 9 to 3 most days. I believe they're closing at 9 to 12 now. And let me, producer Tom's good with this. Google Social Security offices. I'm 99% sure. 9 to 3 most days, 9 to 12 on Wednesdays. You go in, you say hello to my buddy James Miller, the security guard. There's a box right there. Always put it in an envelope and always keep a copy for yourself. You drop it in and boom, you've got Medicare Part B. Part B is staying at $104.90 for 2015. All right? So now, what else? With going for the depression, Medicare does cover psychotherapy or psychiatry. So that's something that I find to be very important. Medicare Advantage plans actually cover a little more in-depth than Original Medicare. Original Medicare was designed in the late 60s and was not as comprehensive as it is these days. So if you're on a Medicare supplement, know that you have to actually possibly pay out of pocket for that. I believe a licensed clinical social worker is fee for service, but the regular psychiatrists, they are covered with a Medicare Advantage plan. I have had clients look them up and use them. There is nothing wrong with that. Also, exercise is one key ingredient to this. Even walking is exercise, and lovemaking is exercise. As I said, the topic today is going to be sex and the senior. All right, so let's talk about just some basic stuff. If you have children living in the home with you, set up a making love play date. Just like your children had play dates when they were a kid, you and your spouse or you and your partner set up a making love play date. Why? Because the studies show, and that's right here by AARP. AARP The study was Sexuality at Midlife and Beyond. It was written in 2004 and updated in 2005. I don't know why, but maybe more people moved into their parents' house within that year. But what it's stating is that when there is a grown child living in the house, it does put a damper on the lovemaking. So what you do is you try to coordinate when that person is at work. If you're not a morning person, make yourself a morning person. Go to bed at 8 o'clock. So when you wake up at 5, by 7:30 or 8, you're ready to roll. Get a workout in. A good sweat gets the endorphins going. I know that always helps for me. I love going for a run and then a crack cold Bud Light, and I'm usually like, oh, God, I feel good about myself. I got a little sweat on the physique. We're going to take a commercial break at 1:25. I'm going to text my guest to see if she is on for today. If she's not, that's all right. I've got plenty of topics. We're not going to beat the Robin Williams thing to death. It's just sad that Mork has passed at 63. Talk to you in a few minutes.